Hey guys, it's Ryan with Big Dog Investing. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. If you guys could do a couple of things for me, if you guys would go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you guys have not done so already. Click the bell notification down below so YouTube can send you guys notifications whenever I release videos. Watch my videos all the way to the end. And if you guys could, share my videos and share my channel with anyone. I'm trying to grow my channel as much as I can, and I definitely need your guys' help in doing so. Getting started today is going to be Wednesday, February 15th. The total market cap for all cryptocurrencies right now is $110 billion. This is an 8.2% increase on the day. So we had a really good day for crypto. And in my opinion, this was out of the blue. There's a few speculations of why the market went up, and we're going to talk about it. So make sure you guys tune in all the way to the end, and especially because we have an important XRP update with the Ripple versus the SEC case, and this could affect the price of XRP in the near future. So make sure you guys tune in all the way to the end. Bitcoin right now is currently trading at $24,604. Ethereum is trading at $1,681, and XRP right now is trading at 39.98 cents. If we go ahead and look at our Bitcoin chart, our top Bitcoin price today, according to CoinMarketCap, was 24,769. So we're just like $170 off right now, roughly. And then XRP did have a nice run up. Our biggest price point today was 40.036 cents. And in my opinion, this was a really good price point. I know, XRP is not as popular right now as Bitcoin is. I mean, Bitcoin went up 11.2% and XRP only went up 4%. But right now, XRP is entangled in a lawsuit with the SEC. Well, it's not XRP, Ripple is entangled in a lawsuit with the SEC, and that affects the price of the XRP token. It's being price suppressed. Getting into our biggest gainers on the day, Flocky is up. This is ridiculous, 79.8%. This is just a meme token. It probably, just hit the top 100. So obviously it's going to be a huge run up. It's trading at like next to nothing and, still trading for next to nothing. This coin's going to get just destroyed. So if you guys own this token, again, no financial advice, I'd get rid of it as fast as possible, especially if it has a coin has a run up of basically almost 100x in a day. People are definitely going to be taking their profits on their coins. And again, these meme coins like Flocky, which is brand new to me, I've never seen this coin before, but Dogecoin, Baby Doge. If we look at Baby Doge is in the top 100 right now at 95. And then Shiba Inu is another one right here that I would just totally stick away from. Again, no financial advice. It's just coins that I would never personally invest in. But getting into our other bigger gainers on the day, BGB up 23.3%. OKB up 17.1%, OP 18.6%, RNDR 16.3%. We got Bitcoin right here. Algorand had a nice run up today, had a price point of 27.9 cents. Um, we had a lot of coins that went up again. We're up 8%, 8.6% on the day. So all of your coins are basically going to be in the green, and especially by a lot. So it was a great day for cryptocurrency. Hopefully we can continue this. It was, again, in my opinion, out of the blue, but there was a couple of things that speculate why, and we'll talk about them. Getting into our Watcher Guru news. Um, Kansas, right here, state of Kansas considers $100 limit for individual crypto donations to political campaigns, and I think this is important. We learned a valuable lesson with the fall of the FTX exchange, and their CEO Sam Bankman-Fried donating a bunch of money to those political campaigns, and then basically it was the only one that was in talks with the SEC about regulations for crypto, and then they were in using investor funds and stuff like that to uh, basically live their luxury lifestyle, invest that money and lost it, and that exchange is now insolvent. They're trying to redo the exchange right now and bring it back under new leadership. And in my opinion, the name's already tainted. I would definitely steer clear of that. Binance right here launches crypto MasterCard in Brazil, and it's just furthering crypto adoption. And it's nice to see a country like Brazil do this. Just in, Bitcoin did hit $24,000 again. This, is not new. It did hit $24,000 last month. So it's not like a huge deal, but, it's nice to see. House Judiciary subpoenas Apple, the CEOs of Apple, Amazon, Meta, Google, and Microsoft for collusion with government to suppress free speech. And this is super important. We definitely need this. It's ridiculous that, you know, as of right now, the House committee, they have a special subcommittee that's talking with the ex CEOs of Twitter and the other execs right now, and basically talking about how they suppressed one viewpoint. And it doesn't matter if it was on the right or the left, I'd be talking about it the same way, that you should not be suppressing free speech. The only thing that you should be suppressing is racially motivated speeches, you know, racial targets, murders, stuff like that, fights and stuff like that that are showing across right now. All these big platforms right now. I'm sure you guys are seeing that too. And just block those as you guys see those. Don't, interact with those, because it definitely just ruins your guys' algorithm. And I don't know why that they're being posted on a lot of the stuff. Sam Bankman-Fried's $250 million bail was funded. So the names of these two individuals got released. Sam Bankman-Fried and his attorney filed a motion to get these names hidden, and it was definitely rejected, which was great. So the dean of Stanford Law School, Larry Kramer, and Stanford research scientist Andreas Pekic, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but these were the two individuals. And if you guys want to, I'm going to link this so you guys can read about this. But those are the two individuals that posted his bail. Getting into some more news right here, Elon Musk speaks about against the idea of a world government at the World Government Summit, and warns it could lead to civilization collapse. I'm not going to play this video again. One, I don't know how, right now I'm still struggling to figure out how to play these videos. But two, it's also 2 minutes, and I'm not going to waste your guys' time. If you guys want to, again, all the links and stuff are going to be in the comments. You'll just have to filter through and figure out which ones you guys want to interact with. But he basically talks about how since the beginning of civilization, as governments try to get together and get bigger and bigger, that's when civilizations collapse. And he ended up posting and said, seemed like the right venue to do this. So it was great to see, Elon Musk commenting back and stuff like that. He's one of the best, individuals that comments back and talks and interacts with, individuals. So it's nice to see a CEO of a company doing that, interacting with, the people like me and you, not these, super famous elites that they keep on interacting with. Digital Perspectives comes out and replies to CoinDesk's. There's an elephant in the room. So Senator Tim Scott calls out the SEC's chair, Gary Gensler, in Tuesday's Senate Banking Committee. If Chairman Gensler is going to take enforcement action, Congress needs to hear from him very soon. And he basically talks about, how Gary Gensler is able to find time to go on talk shows and create these videos that he posts on Twitter. And I'll show you some of those. But, he basically says he has time to do all of this stuff, but he doesn't have time to talk to the American people about what he's doing. He's the head of the SEC. He's ruling by enforcement, and he's going against what Congress right now is doing, and they want to ask him questions, and obviously he's not showing his face. So Gary Gensler says, we here at the SEC just proposed to expand and enhance the role of the quality custodians when registered investment advisors custody assets on behalf of investors. Through our rule, investors would get the time tested protections and qualified custodians they deserve. So what does this mean? And when you guys watch this, he basically talks about how if you guys use like a exchange broker for stocks and stuff like that, whether it's like Robinhood, Fidelity, stuff like that, they hold your assets, and they don't use those assets to invest with, where like some exchanges technically do, but banks do it right now. So if you guys leave your guys' money in the bank, your bank will actually invest your guys' money, but if they lose it, the federal government will back them. But like these brokerages, like I said, Robinhood and Fidelity, what they do is you buy something on their exchange, and you guys buy certain stocks, and then basically they hold those for you, and then depending on how high it goes up, they take a certain percentage for basically holding your portfolio and being a highly trusted advisor, which is bullshit. You guys are smart enough to make your guys' own investments, and if you guys aren't, that's not a knock against you guys. Just do a little bit more research. But if you guys don't have the time, then yeah, you know what, go ahead and do that. But, at the end of the day, like, if we're willing to take the risk, we're willing to take the risk. And, ruling by enforcement and coming up with all these BS reasons why crypto's not being adopted right now by the SEC, and just ruling by enforcement with no clear guidelines, it's just a slap in the face to the average American. He also comes out and says the greatest signal that in this space is about to see trillions of dollars enter this market. Think of what PoliSci can offer in this way. So right here, the SEC proposed a rule that would change which crypto firms can custody customer assets. So this is what I was just talking about. But in this, basically, he talks about how, you know, this is going to help. They did pass this in a 4-1 vote, but basically, this will help individuals and be more trusted. But in my opinion, I do agree that more money would get flown in, but it would only be by accredited investors first. And then basically, as the price goes up, then they'll allow your average, Americans to basically buy into this when the prices are already super high. This is really important too. So they come out and say the proposal would expand the reach of the custody requirements in crypto assets, would likely shrinking the ranks of qualified crypto custodians, add new crypto rules, and make them nearly impossible to comply with. Seems to be the MO in the current SEC Twitter. And then John Deaton replied to Gabriel Shapiro and says 100% true, and it's 100% intentional. You will see that the SEC softens its approach to crypto only after legacy incumbent players have a larger slice of the action. And this is what I was talking about, is basically the individuals who, are going to get super, super rich are going to position themselves, and then the SEC is going to soften their approach, and then they're going to come up with clear guidelines so all of their friends can get super rich. The future of the SEC enforcement offenses will likely depend on the legacy or the agency's lawsuit against Ripple is decided. And I totally agree with this. The Ripple versus the SEC suit is the biggest case right now. And if you guys want to read about this, like, again, click on these links. But in my opinion, this is totally right by crypto law. The Ripple case right now is going to set up a precedent for all tokens, all exchanges, and all future projects in the crypto space, in my opinion. And I believe that we need to make sure that we are on the side of Ripple in this, and basically hold the SEC accountable for their actions, even after, because I truly believe that Ripple will win the case versus the SEC. But even after, there needs to be action taken against the SEC so this bullshit never happens again. Coinbase hits back at the SEC's crypto custody proposal. You guys can read this. This is going off of the same stuff, but Coinbase, is one of the big trusted exchanges right now, especially here in the United States. I would definitely give this article a read. It was really good. Mason versus Luce, known as Crypto Mason, says, does it make you an evil if you invest in XRP or HBAR, a thread, coins that are seemingly connected to the evil World Economic Forum, banks, and major centralized corporate behemoths? My thoughts. And he talks about how, you know, basically, if you guys invest in this, are you considered evil? And he talks about on his channel a lot too, that, he's investing in these not because, he wants the rich to get richer, the evil to keep on spreading, but he wants to make his money and get out. And basically it's going to get adopted no matter what. So you guys might as well, eventually just try to get some money out of it while you can. And basically, get rich and get out so you guys don't have to comply with what the government wants later on. And I kind of agree with that. I do believe XRP is a good token, and I don't think that they're set up with, the evilness in the world, or, even the creators of HBAR. But, I could be wrong. He's definitely been in the crypto space for a long time. I've been in just a little bit longer than he has, but he posts very good content. So I would highly recommend you guys read through his stuff. But he does deep dives into a bunch of stuff. And he's definitely made like way more videos. I just started this year. This dude's been, doing videos, I think since 2019 or 2020. So he's been doing videos for quite some time. But he just has really good information, and he talks about different stuff, and, a different way of thinking around the crypto space. and I do appreciate that. Meta Lawman says breaking news on the FTX bankruptcy. The judge has denied the U.S. trustee's motion to appoint an independent examiner. If this ruling is allowed to stand, there will be no credible investigation of third parties who may have enabled one of the largest frauds in U.S. history. And then John Deaton replied, did he give a reason? And he said, yes, he read his decision from the bench. He cited two principal reasons: too expensive and potentially duplicative of the investigations already underway, and it would put the digital assets at risk if he permitted another party to have access to FTX's systems. And in my opinion, this is complete BS. How is the judge going to deny an independent examiner from basically looking at this case from a different side? Because obviously the FTX bankruptcy and the collapse of that exchange was basically allowed by Congress. They didn't care. The SEC was in cahoots with them. And a lot of members of Congress were too. And we're just getting an idea of who these individuals are. And, basically the FTX exchange asked for all of the money back that they donated for campaign funds back from those individuals in Congress, so they could basically save face. But in my opinion, this is too little too late. And then now the judge is saying, like, no. So I think that there's just some collusion going on right here. Maybe the FTX judge is getting, some money underneath right now. And I know that's, bad to say, but how are you going to deny a motion when, we can't trust the government on this right now because they haven't come up with clear guidelines. They allowed the FTX to basically appear in meetings. They wanted Sam Bankman-Fried to be like the head of the crypto space, and allowed him to basically, steal investor funds. And obviously they can't be trusted. And now the judge denies an independent examiner. This is one of the reasons why I think crypto went up. Hub 71 AD has launched a $2 billion initiative to back Web3 and blockchain technology startups in Abu Dhabi region. And I do agree that this is going to be super important. And I know $2 billion doesn't sound like a lot of money, especially with how big the total market cap of all cryptocurrency is. But in my opinion, I do see that this was part of the reason why the crypto space did go up. Ripple ended up posting and says, from modernization and streamlined global payments to building customer enlargement or engagement, our crypto solutions empowerment initiative finance leaders to gain real business advantage. And crypto means business. And I definitely agree with this. Crypto is going to change the financial markets, and I'm here for it. And that's why I got invested in the XRP token a while ago. I did not buy any shares of the Ripple stock pre-IPO yet. Maybe I might, but as of right now, I'm just more interested in their XRP token. Brad Garlinghouse says, come here, you guys look at their customer list. And I did look at them. So like, if you guys want to see some of the big names like Bank of America, and if you guys want to, some of these names you guys aren't going to know because they're outside the United States. Because why? Because right now Ripple's getting sued by the SEC. So a lot of big names in the United States are not going to be appearing on this customer list. And the reason why is right now they don't want to get entangled with lawsuits that can potentially come up if Ripple does lose this, because, we have to still see the other side of it if Ripple does lose. If Ripple does lose this case, which I don't see this happening, if Ripple does lose, Bank of America will probably get dropped, but all these other customers are going to stay, because right now Ripple's still running their business as if they've already lost the case. And that's what Brad Garlinghouse's words. Like, they're still trying to find business partners outside of the United States and finding global adoption outside the US, because there's no regulatory clarity right now. And he's actually told other crypto projects that they should definitely find regulation outside the United States. John Deaton comes out and says, I'm a big fan of Roslyn Layton before this, and this confirms she is a true soldier versus the SEC overreach. It is also an example of what I meant when I said the Hinman emails will not lead to settlement because they eventually will be made public. Can't put the genie back in the bottle. And this is because breaking the judge just added this motion. So there's a motion for leave by Roslyn Layton to Judge Torres to intervene and petition to court to unseal this. James K. Filan, comes out and says, I'm hearing some people say that they can't read this document right here. So he took screenshots. But this is the Roslyn Layton motion to intervene. And we're going to look at this really quick because I want you guys to point out a couple of things. It says Dr. Layton opposes the motion. Dr. Layton, a columnist and regulatory policy scholar, is visiting research at Aalborg University, an executive vice president at Strand Consulting, and a senior contributor at Forbes.com. Dr. Layton has no financial stake in Ripple or XRP and has no financial interest in this case, but she has written numerous articles about the Hinman speech documents. In those articles, she has examined the central role of these documents play in the enormously significant case, which she has dubbed the cryptocurrency trial of the century. She therefore respectfully requests leave to intervene, so she might ask the Congress to release these documents to the public, and they deny the SEC's motions to keep them sealed. Both the First Amendment and the federal common laws endow the press of the public with a potent and fundamental presumptive right to access judicial documents. And I totally agree. And I wanted to point this out. This is a First Amendment right. These documents, he made this speech. These documents, are from a government entity. And I know that, some things need to be sealed. And that's for not for financial markets right now on how the SEC performs this or talked about the SEC, the Hinman emails and the Hinman speech. But, this is made public. This should be. This is basically what they were talking about and the reasons why they made the speech, and then the reason why they decided to target Ripple as a company rather than um, cryptocurrency, and especially Ethereum, saying Ethereum is, basically not considered a security as well as Bitcoin, but everything else could be. And, knowing that Hinman and Clayton had, financial incentives to give that speech from their previous employers, it's just completely ridiculous. So getting into this, Roslyn Layton, like I said, is the senior vice president of Strand Consulting, and she works at this university right here. But it was really cool. She did write an article, but it was kind of interesting that that article is no longer active. So I did not get to read this article, but it says why the SEC treats Ripple and Ethereum differently. So I'm going to try to see if I can find this article later on and talk about this. But in my opinion, this was really huge. And this is going to be the biggest thing if she can get in on this, and knowing that she's already written articles on the Hinman speech and how it effectively impacts this case in the negative way towards the SEC, and shows that they have a gross overreach of power, is super important. And the last thing that we're going to do, Forbes' own Roslyn Layton has filed a motion opposing this request to hide the Inman emails documents from the public. He ends up pointing out and says, I love how the very first article cites in her beliefs that the crypto law experts suggest SEC likely to lose case. Well played. And I definitely agree with this. This is super, super important. And knowing that, she can come out and basically say crypto law experts suggest SEC likely to lose case just shows that, these individuals who write these articles, these individuals who do their own research, knows the benefits of the crypto space and knows where we can go in the future. And that's another reason why I saw and the reasons why I thought that the price of all cryptocurrencies are going to go up was because of this right here. This is going to be super important. What's going to happen tomorrow or the rest of the weekend? Crypto is up for debate. If we look, we did join another $1 billion in market cap for cryptocurrency. XRP did jump over 40 cents. So as of right now, it's still a positive sign, but we could drop down in price action tomorrow or by the end of the week. So make sure you guys invest with your guys' own risks, and don't invest any money that you guys can't be willing to lose. With that, we're going to end it. If you guys can't invest with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Have a good one.